Hello and welcome to a brief walkthrough of the Carnival Sunrise. Now, this is the check-in area. When we came in, there was hardly no one in there. We had no lines, so we were able to get through our check-in process pretty quickly. The outside part, not so much. It was actually lines out there, but once we got into the inner check-in part, there was no one. And as you can see, as we're going down the rampway, there was no one out there, although this was a full cruise. So the check-in process for our trip was very smooth, and that was really awesome, especially for me as a first timer. So this is when you first walk onto the ship. I was super excited because again, this was my first cruise. And look how beautiful this ship is now. It looks a little antique, in my opinion, but I think that that is the vibe of a cruise, and this one was very beautiful. I loved all the gold. This was my first walk onto the Lido deck. There was quite a few people out there. This is the Liquid Lounge, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Liquid Lounge later, but I had to come in here first because this is where my mustard station is, and I had to come in to do my mustard drill information because if in the event something happened on the ship, that's where I would have to go. So this is Pig and Anchor. This is on the side of the Lido deck. I did not get to try this food out. I'm not really a pork person, but I did hear really great reviews. As you can see, there's hardly no one on the ship. I woke up early every morning so that I could actually see the ship and enjoy it. I was on a full cruise, and so this was really the only time you got to kind of walk around and really see everything. So I am showing you here what it looks like from the second floor of the Lido deck, and you're able to kind of see the pools on the back side of the ship, and just all the seating area that's available. And this was such a beautiful view. Now, on the area that I'm on currently, there was a complete walking track. There are jungle gyms and playthings for the children. There's a foosball table. Like, there was just so much up here that I had no clue was even up here. So this is just another view of the Lido deck. I am on the second floor area of the Lido deck, and so here you're able to just kind of see what it looks like from this area. And I am going to also stick in some clips of what it looks like when it's completely full. Like I said, my ship was full, and it was amazing, but full nonetheless. So and there's another pool right there in the middle, which is great. I am going to go up to the top floor on the Lido deck, which is where the mini golf area was. Again, it was extremely scary. It was really windy this morning, and I was a little, the boat was rocking as well, so take that for what it is. But there was a whole mini golf area up here. There's so many amenities on this particular ship, on top of just all of the events that they have available throughout the day. So there's definitely a lot for you to do with your family, for sure. Carnival is a fun ship, but it is also a family-friendly ship. And I just love this. Look at that beautiful view. All right, so again, this is another wonderful view from the Serenity side of the boat. This is the adults only area. It's supposed to be adults only. On this particular ship, though, what I don't understand is that in the adults only Serenity section, you are also able to access the water slide from this floor. So even the times like during the day when it is everyone on the Lido deck, you hear a lot of kids. There was even some times when I was on here where a child was like, "Hey, can you watch my stuff, while I go down the slide?" All right, so back down down to deck 9, which is the Lido deck. This is where that main pool is, in the middle of the Lido deck. Over to the right, you have where you can get your juice, your ice, your sweet tea or water. This is some seating area. I really like this seating area. They also have some bar areas where you can just look out over the water. Over here is where they had the infamous soft serve that everyone raves about. So this is the main dining hall off of the Lido deck. Over here to the left where you see the people standing, I didn't really want to film their faces, but that is a deli. They had a lot of great deli lunchtime food, as well as some really good breakfast. They had omelets made to order, things of that nature. That is where I primarily ate for breakfast and sometimes for lunch. Over here is your buffet area. Unfortunately, I can't speak to that. I don't eat buffets on land, and I definitely did not want to try to do it on sea. There were so many people on this ship, and I just did not feel comfortable. That is where the Italian food is served, and then behind there is the pizzeria. This morning when I was walking through, they had that roped off, so I could not go in there. And there's tons of seating space, so even if you can't sit outside, you can sit inside. Lucky Bowl is over there to your left, and the food was good there as well. Of the infamous Guy's Burgers, I enjoy my food here. I ate the french fries here a lot, for sure. I stood in line for those, and they were really good, so I would definitely recommend. Here is another shot of the full Lido deck again. Okay, girl. So this is the Cloud9 Spa that you can access from the Serenity side. They have a lot of different services over here, and then when you walk completely through the spa, you're able to access the gym. So there are, like I said, a lot of different amenities on this cruise ship. The warehouse is an arcade that has everything. I mean, there's so many different games in here. It's a complete game room setup that's perfect for kids or those that are kids at heart. Across on the other side of the ship was a pub called the Red Frog. I had a lot of activities in here as well, and it was a really great time. Now, I talked about this little space earlier when I talked about my mustard drill location. However, this was also called the Liquid Lounge. This is where all of the shows took place, your plays, your musicals, your performances, your concerts, the comedy shows, the morning shows, Love and Marriage, bingo, all different sorts of shows took place here in the Liquid Lounge. I really had a great time in here. The seating is very much so adequate, and if there is a show that's really popular, they'll show it more than one time just to ensure that everyone has a spot.
Number 3. 1 cent is out of there. Nice job. Jonathan, I need you to...
And then we're going to take the finish. Oh, and do it rough. This is the way we do. Proud. Oh, yeah. It don't mean a thing. All you gotta do is sing. There's no difference in evil or hot. You do that with all everything you've got. It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing.
This was our main dining dining hall area. Our table was pretty empty because we had early dining. We ultimately ended up switching over to late dining so that we wouldn't miss some of the things on the ship. They did shows on some of the nights. This was actually Captain's Night, and they were doing shows, and it was a really, really great time. Now, this is the Sunrise lobby area. Once again, off of the Sunrise lobby area, there are a lot of shops, as well as access to your photos if you got any photos taken. And on the first floor, you're able to go to guest services in the event that you need anything. Now, around this corner is the casino, and you have to walk through the casino to get to the other sides of the ship. However, for whatever reason, I lost the footage for recording that. My bad. In the Sunrise lobby, we gathered here together for a lot of different events. And this was Captain's Night, so all of our captains were here and doing their introductions. But we also did some fun stuff, and I have some clips of that as well.
None of your time. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is the guy that can't get and I wish you joy.
Let me save your ears from listening to me yell at the top of my lungs. The man that you see on the microphone, his name is Leon. He was an amazing cruise director. This was actually one of his last trips on this particular ship. He has now moved on to an Excel ship, and he was a really great time.
And of course, my name is Leon, and I'll be your cruise director.
It's driving me out of my mind. That's why.
Let's get into a quick room tour. We had an inside stateroom. I think the room number was 7260. It comes fully equipped with 3 closets. The first closet is going to have your life vest and 2 shelves. Your second closet is going to have a full-length mirror and 2 rows of hanging space. The third closet is going to have your safe, 1 layer of hanging space, and an additional shelf. It came with a lot of different shelves, a mirror, a TV where you're able to access a lot of different channels. You have a small little table beside each of the double twin beds and another shelving area that's located in front of the beds. Now, the beds were actually pretty comfortable in my opinion. I mean, for a cruise ship, it felt fine. Our room attendant was amazing, hands down. And this was on our last night there, so that's why you kind of see everything. This is the laundry room, which I use frequently, and this is the hallway. Inside staterooms are on one side, and all of your balcony or ocean view rooms are on the other. So with everything that's going on the ship, how do you know what's going on and how do you keep up with it all? Well, every morning you'll get a fun times that will come to your room in the morning that will tell you what the entertainment is that's going on. However, what I found that was the most useful was utilizing the Carnival Hub app. And that's because a lot of things changed. Things changed times, things changed the locations day by day. And so this is what I utilized. You can go in and also heart things that you want to go to so that a notification will pop up on your phone. And you can use the Carnival Hub app as long as you're in airplane mode, you're on the ship, and you can use it without Wi-Fi. So that is absolutely awesome. use the Carnival Hub app. It will definitely help you navigate all that's going on the ship. Overall, as a first-time cruiser, I had a really great time. Children aside. I promise, I do like kids. There were just a lot on this cruise. But no, I learned a lot. Like, you don't need 3 changes of clothes per day. Pack light. Trust me, it'll pay off in the long run. And have as much fun as possible. You paid for this vacation. This is not the time to worry about who's watching you or should I do this or shouldn't I do that. Do it all. You don't know when you'll get this opportunity again. Will you feel the boat rock? There were moments when I felt it rock, and I am someone who gets motion sickness, and I wore bands around my arms, and those worked just fine. I can only recall one time where I was like, whoa, I feel a little woozy. Outside of that, I felt absolutely fine. Here's something else. Pack the things that you really feel like you're going to need. Definitely take cleaning supplies. I took way more than enough because you're going to need those things. Make sure you don't take Taylor port wine. Take the snacks and the things that you're used to. And if you can't afford a room with the balcony, a stateroom will be just fine. Now, we booked our cruise very late, not even a month before the cruise was set to sail. So we had to get what was left, and that was an inside stateroom, and I was really feeling a way about it. But honestly, you spend so much time outside of your room that it never fazed me like I thought it would. Do the excursions. Make sure that if you decide to do an excursion that you book it through the ship. So book it. If you're going to take a Carnival cruise, book it through Carnival. That actually helped us out in the long run because one of our excursions, we came back late and we were board runners or whatever they call them. And everybody was looking at us. Also, be very mindful of when you decide to book your trip. Again, we booked ours during spring break, and I will never do that again. I'm excited because I'm actually currently planning my next trip, so happy cruising, guys. Bye.
Take our time. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Y'all doing great? We're doing wonderful. We're doing great. We're late.